Let's go! Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
guys, Cords 2026, Gamer Ahmer and I here from the Game Masters. We want to give a huge shout out to
Stone Age Gamer.
Stone Age Gamer. Thank you so much for sponsoring us and the event, even though Randy didn't beat anybody. And we had to give away a lot of prizes thanks to Stone Age Gamer.
Sometimes you just have to let people win so that they can get the prizes.
Oh, here
At
we
least
go.
that's what I'm just going to tell everyone.
Go.
You know, I can't
3
be
times
that
in a
bad.
row.
Third time's a charm. It didn't even help me, but people were happy that they won because they got amazing prizes.
StoneAgeGamer.com for all kinds of great consoles. They do a lot of the shells, right? You got a couple of the shells.
Yeah, just amazing things that they have. Tons of video games, tons of extras, and stuff that you need for your game collection.
So make sure you check them out.
All right. It is Wednesday night. At least I think it is. I don't know. This week has been going, certain times it's been going slow, certain times it's been going fast. How's your week been, Brandy?
It's good.
You miss, I'll get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go to work, and miss, I won't come home till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing really good.
You know, just going through things. Just, you know.
I almost feel like this is the point of a show where we play the Pointer Sisters, that you work hard for your money, but I don't know if that would. We'd probably get demonetized or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know that song.
Yeah, I didn't want to sing it because, you know, people have to pay for that. If they want me to sing, they got to pay for that. So, you know, I work hard for the money. Anyways, real quick housekeeping before we get into the show tonight. Normally we do the show every Wednesday. Next week, we are moving to Thursday night for this week, for next week only. And my daughter has band night. As you guys know, she's in the high school band, and they're doing band night on Wednesday night. So I told Brandy, I said, we can either move it or cancel the show. So we both decided, well, let's just move it to Thursday night, as long as it was cool with her. So guys, next week, mark your calendars for Thursday night at 8 p.m. We'll make sure to get you guys in and out of here. If there's some other shows that you want to get on and watch at 9 o'clock, that you can go watch them. I like to respect the other creators that are on certain times, but yeah, we'll be on Thursday next week at 9 p.m. Sound good, Brandy?
Yeah.
She's just like she's like half asleep. It's like whatever. What I think is funny is our topic today, the fondest memories with physical media. We have a lot of people who send some videos in. Kind of looking forward to sharing those with you guys. And I want to give a shout out to Daryl Best. Daryl Best was one that came up with this topic.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent it to us and said, hey, I think this would be a fun topic to discuss coming off of the topic from last week. So we're like, yeah, let's kick the tires. So if you guys got a topic for any of the weeks that you want us to kind of think about and do, let us know. Right? Oh boy, look at.
Oh, we're already getting started.
Well, that's right. I don't have to because he super chatted it to you, so you have to sing.
No one wants to hear me sing. He did. He put $1.99 and put start singing, suckers.
Yeah. So that's on you. So I get out of that one.
I might like break the whatever. I'll be like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
No. We don't need anything broken after last week, and then I'm starting the countdown at 8 o'clock instead of 5 of.
Oh yeah, we were chit chatting, guys, and we had a good time. That's why I put oops, because we would have just kept talking and didn't even go live for the show.
Well, Brandy thought she was going to be slick, and she put all her videos. Speaking of chat room, Brandy, why don't you go through the chat room and I'll see if I can pull up some of the chats as we go.
Yes, we have Master Games Guru.
Are you starting at the very wait? Are you starting at the very, very bottom, or are you starting at the very, very top, or are you just going to go out of order?
The very top, but I can go out of order.
No. Because I don't see Master Games Guru. I see Chase at the top. That's okay. Just go ahead. I'll just keep pulling people
like the
up.
very beginning, the beginning of time.
Man,
Master
this
Games
is
Guru, David B69. We have L Dogs.
L Dog,
Yeah, the best in the world.
the best in the world.
Yeah, Ted Adam Green.
Ted Adam Green.
Oh, we have Chase. See, this is probably what you're seeing now. Mr. Gretzky. We have him in the chat. We have Mellow Shy in the chat.
They're saying that the show is glitching, and I see that on YouTube where it's just spinning. Is it okay on Facebook? Because we had issues before. I'm getting excellent on YouTube, but I want to make sure that it's not because we're running into. I rebooted the machine. It's not anything on this end. Our internet's good.
Here we go again.
No. I was all prepared. I want to make sure. So if people want to double check, just in case, it might be YouTube. YouTube might be having a little sputter sput.
Okay, they're saying it's okay on YouTube now. It's okay now, but it was glitching. Okay, let's hope that it was just something. Maybe it was my singing, guys. I think I did it.
You're good now on YouTube. It looks okay here on YouTube. It's okay now. Just double check because YouTube's saying we have an excellent connection. So just so you guys can see this. I just want to point this over. You're going to see an infinite loop. But look in the upper left-hand corner of my screen here. It says, excellent day.
Whoa.
So it's going to get trippy here. I'm going to get off of it real quick.
Some fancy stuff.
Yeah, so it's going to loop. But I checked it from last week where we had some kind of glitch. So I don't know. I'm not kicking the modem. I'm keeping that.
Mm-hmm.
But
we'll see. Just let us know. We have more people too coming on in. Zen Bloke in the chat, Tim Keller, and then I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. We have CC Games in the chat. Sing, sing, sing. No.
They want you to sing.
No. You probably want. We have Reading Rambo in the chat.
Reading Rambo.
Lindsay LL Cool Games.
LL Cool Games. I don't know. It just sounded cool to be able to do that.
Howie Carson.
Who was it?
Howie Carson.
Howie.
And then Howie.
Oh, Howie. Like Howie Long.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. Yeah. Well, Howie Long, you wouldn't know football, so never mind.
I'm like, what are we talking about?
All right. I got Daryl over in my chat room. I got Tinker. Well, let me go over here. Tinker. Oh, Tim Keller. Sorry, I thought it was Tinker. I like that. I'm going to call him Tinker from now on. I read everything all really quick. Oh, look at this guy. He had to be a wise guy and come over. Do you see this? Work hard for that money. Start singing. What do you think this is? iTunes, you buy a tune for $1.99? Come on now. And then you got
that's
Daryl.
Like an in-person thing. I feel like that's an in-person thing. We need like a microphone.
Yeah, that's not. Reading Rambo says, the real question is which one of you can sing soprano? My money is on Steven. Hey, you never know. No, I do sing. I used to be a lead singer in the band that we did as a drummer. So that was good. My wife and I, she would sing and I would sing. So we'll do that at a show or something. We'll have some fun with it. But he's Chase, of course. So, your fondest memories with physical media. I thought that was an interesting topic, and I want to kind of start into that, Brandy, really quick. I want to reminisce back into the day. I don't know how many of you guys live or near or have ever been to the Lehigh Valley Mall in eastern Pennsylvania. It's up in Allentown, for those that are wondering. And I remember when I was late teens, early 20s, and a friend of mine and I, we would always go there. We were into Japanese animation, like Brandy. I was into like the Sailor Moon, the Neon Genesis, Evangelion. I liked Ranma Half. I liked a lot of those that were out, and he got me into it, like the whole Dragon Ball Z. And so we would go to Sunco. Everybody remember Sunco Video? And they used to be in every mall. And then they turned to Sam Goody. Remember, they turned to Sam Goody, and you got your Sam Goody card and stuff. At least the ones in the mall did.
Yeah.
But I remember we used to go in there and pre-order the new upcoming DVDs, and honestly, you could even get the graphic novels for a lot of the Japanese animation and manga in Suncoast. And we used to pre-order, and this kind of goes along with physical media because the comic book stores, we did the same thing with the comics, Brandy. We'd go in and pre-order the comics, we'd pre-order all that stuff, and the video games. It wasn't just, video games all the time, but it was that stuff. And I used to remember just going in there and just the smell of physical media. Does that make sense? Like you could smell, like physical media, the DVDs, the movies, they had a certain smell to it. And a lot of these places sold like candy and popcorn and stuff. So it always kind of had that movie theater smell. But I just think back to that and reminisce about that. And I realize like kids of today, they're never going to experience that. If they want a video, they want to pre-order a movie, they go on Apple movies or whatever, TV shows or whatever, and Amazon, and that's how they pre-order. There's no going to the mall. Did you ever do any of that? Did you go to, like, before even Best Buy? You had Suncoast Video, you had Hollywood Video, you had Blockbuster, you had all.
We even had like FYE, like for your entertainment.
Yes,
we had that like big area, and they would actually at the malls, they would bring in bands and they would have concerts in the food court. At least ours did. They brought in. They were like some rock bands, I guess more alternative back in the day, and they were like brand new. They were kind of like, I can't remember the name specifically, but they reminded me of like a Hoobastank or something around that time frame. And I remember we all went to the mall and we went shopping and we all got their CD that they had at FYE for your entertainment. We got free posters. We waited in line to have like all these bands and stuff sign the posters. And we were just rocking out in the food court.
Yep.
Like you could sit there and have your food, or you could be like right there by like the little pop-up stage. And they did stuff like that. And it was really cool because people would go into those stores, and I remember getting like CDs and different movies, and then they started carrying video games, and they would have like different cards and stuff. Like I just remember going there and get all that stuff. It was wild. It was like a whole experience. It was for the experience. Just like getting to physically go there, experience something different, unique, and just have a fun time.
And kids are never going to experience that. A question came up here. I know we don't really talk about home arcade stuff, but Mike Hawkirks, he said, Steven, are you happy with any of the stuff Arcade 1UP announced? At least it is a company selling a form of physical games at the very least. So I'm only going to be very brief on this because I don't want this to turn into, I don't do a lot with home arcade anymore. And obviously I was following the San Diego Comic-Con announcements from Arcade 1UP. I didn't try to watch any of the streams because they were a disaster. They send amateurs to do a professional's job. But whatever, that's what the company wants to do. Rehashing old IPs in a bigger scale, Brandy, that's kind of what Arcade 1UP did. They brought out more Pac-Mans. They brought out Outrun again in a bigger scale. And I get it. A lot of these guys, I mean, even when you looked at it probably back in the day, the 3/4 scale for a lot of people that are taller, just it doesn't fit. Like in my arcade, people love it. They have a good time. I just think the home arcade space for what they're creating is too overpriced right now, Brandy. It's like they want $600, $700, even $800 for some of these arcades. When I got into it, you paid $150, $200 to $250 max for some of these arcades, and that's what made it fun in home arcades. But at almost $1,000, right, you can get a used real arcade for that price, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I do see like the convenience factor of some of those. Like I have real physical arcade machines, the full sized, but I do understand like the point of them. Like obviously they're great to kind of like mainstream and bring people into the hobby, and they're more of like, I would say toys. They're like toy versions of, that essentially, because they're smaller items. You typically are getting them for your families. Kids are, going to town playing them. And they're different than like actual arcade machine enthusiasts or collectors. Obviously they play different. There is a difference than like the original, but I do see like a point of them. I just think when they start getting more expensive in price, and then certain ones keep coming out and it's limited this, they add more of that, you're paying more and more and more, like it just gets a little hectic.
Yeah, because I filled my basement with them. I covered this for, I don't know, for so long, the home arcade space. And I just feel like they're cash grabs right now. And I feel like it was for a certain time. I think a lot of people got into them early, back when COVID hit. And honestly, like I've been on the fence about selling them. I really have. A lot of people come in here, they play it. They're like, oh no, it makes what you have is cool and it's different. And we still play them. I'm just not doing content on them. I still been doing modifications to them and 3D printing stuff for them. And I mean, my layout in here with the rug, it looks cool in here. It looks like an arcade. And
yeah,
so
I do like how you have it set up.
Yeah, it's clean. You don't see wires. So I'm not knocking anybody out. I just think the price is just astronomical. And like, how many times are they going to make a Pac-Man? Like, come on. I know there's a lot of people that are hoping for other things, but either way, I don't want to go down this road too far. It starts bringing back bad memories for me. So I don't want to, what do they call it? PTSD. I start twitching.
Here we go.
No,
but we do have a lot of people talking about the places that they used to go to. Like, thank you again, Mr. Gretzky, $4.99, sending that one in. Definitely appreciate it. He said, I used to hang out at the place called Media Play in, is it Alpharetta, Georgia? From 1994 to 2000, but it was bought by Best Buy and shut down. I missed the place. I've never heard of that one. But I have heard of, obviously, Aladdin's Castle, which Tangela Tube said, I used to have fun back when we had Aladdin's Castle Arcade and Babbage's in our mall.
Did you have an Aladdin's Castle where you were at?
We did, yeah. We had an Aladdin's Castle, and the cool thing is about that, in the same mall that had the concerts, they would have overnight sleepovers. You could bring a sleeping bag.
No,
you could
sir.
Go there. They would set the arcade machines to free play, and you would literally spend the night. Like, my cousins did it a few times, and then I was able to stay the night one time. I was allowed to one time. We didn't sleep at all. We just played games all night.
Nobody ever slept as a kid.
Yeah, there was like one or two kids in like the corner trying to fall asleep in their little character sleeping bags, but we had a really fun time.
Let me ask, you said you had an Aladdin's Castle. We didn't have that. We had what was called the Attic. That's what they called the arcade in the mall. It was called the Attic. And that's, every mall had the Attic. I'd never heard Aladdin's Castle. In fact, my old co-host on one of my shows that was doing it, she's out in California, and she had an Aladdin's Castle.
Wow.
I've never been to one, never had one, but we had, anybody on the East Coast, anybody in the Pennsylvania area that's watching the show, do you remember the arcade in the malls called the Attic? I'm curious what Tim Keller in my chat room saying we had a timeout. I've heard that. I've been to one of those too. When I was in New York, they had a timeout. Anybody else have an interesting name for an arcade in your area growing up?
Yeah, I remember it was like Aladdin's Castle, and then obviously like Chuck E. Cheese and like those.
Oh yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. But ours was Showbiz Pizza for the longest time. Was yours?
No, because you're old.
Oh, come on. Chuck E. Cheese, but in our area, Showbiz Pizza was essentially Chuck E. Cheese, and then it turned into. Come on, people in the chat room, you guys remember Showbiz Pizza, right?
Showbiz Pizza, which one? If you say Chuck E. Cheese, obviously you're younger and cooler. Okay, let's team this up. Come on.
Retro Show. At least Kevin's in here. He's got my back. Retro Show says, The arcade in North Lake Mall was called the Gold Mine.
Oh, the gold mine. That's a
And
different one.
CC Games is also saying that. He said ours was Gold Mine at Cedar Point.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. This is kind of cool to kind of learn some of this.
Yeah, there's like different one. Like I just always assume they're all the same. Cyber Station. Like these are all cool little
Tucky
names.
says, no, I wasn't shushing you. That's his username. Tucky. We had Aladdin's Castle in Cyber Station here. Mellow Shy, what does he say he has? He said we had Frankie's Fun Park and Bowling Alley. Yeah, we always played video games at bowling alleys. I
bowling
played.
alleys.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And Skateland. We had skating rings. Ours was called Skateland.
See, ours was called Skateaway.
That was the happening place to be.
It was 100%
Friday,
happening
Saturday
place.
night.
Yes, ma'am. Tim Keller over here in my chat. What's he saying? He says we had Playland and we had Funko-Land. Yep. They were before Chuck E. Cheese. And what do they have now? What's the Dave and Buster's? We have a Dave and Buster's. They just opened up last year. That's at our local mall. I need to go there just to see how it is. They have
quite a few of those style ones, like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
They have the one with the big bowling pin outside.
I think Dave and Buster's has a big bowling pin outside, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. But there's like two other ones. Like we have a couple different ones. It depends on which mall you go to. Like
Skate
Dave and
World.
Buster's is at this mall. And then the other one is at this mall. And then when we went down south, we stayed at like one of those spare time entertainment. Like they all have laser tag, a bowling alley,
see right here,
area.
Chuck E. Cheese was bought by Showbiz, but kept the name. See, there you go.
Yeah,
interesting.
But I'm just saying though, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Get out of here.
Oh, Tilt. I do remember one that was called Tilt. When I went out to visit my friend in Columbus, I remember the Tilt. I do remember those.
There's a pinball place called that.
I know there's an arcade called that, Tilt.
Like Tilt Pinball or something? Amusement Tilt something?
Do you guys remember, maybe, and I know Brandy's not going to remember, but I remember back in the day, there was Toys R Us and there was Kitty City. Do you remember that? It used to have a kangaroo as its mascot. You had Jeffrey the Giraffe for Toys R Us, and you had Kitty City with the kangaroo. He had a little pouch with a little baby kangaroo in there. And Kitty City was a lot like Toys R Us. It was just called something totally different. Then Toys R Us decided to add on Babies R Us. You guys remember that, where you could buy baby stuff?
Yeah.
But Kitty City went out of business. Gosh, man, I was still young when Kitty City went out of business. I want to say that went out of business in the mid 90s. But Toys R Us at least made it to my kids were young. But does anybody else, do you guys remember a Kitty City in your area? I'm going to look that up on the internet as well to see. You don't remember it?
I don't remember.
I think you're too young.
Seeing one in my area. Yeah, probably. I do remember a KB Toys. CC Games said KB Toys and Children's
KB and also Toy Works. Do you guys remember Toy Works?
Yeah, I remember seeing.
They bought KB Toys.
Because we have one at that same mall, that same Golden Mall.
Okay.
It's about to be sold this year.
I am old. Look at this. This is how I remember it. Honest to God. Let me kind of go over. Whoops. Let me pull this over here. Dang it. There it is. Kitty City in the 80s. There it is.
Dang, that looks old.
It is. It's 100%. Well, when I remember it, it was Lionel Kitty City Toys. See, it had the kangaroo, but I don't remember the logo. They must have changed the logo because I think this was around in the 70s.
Yeah, that looks like my grandparents' basement.
Yes. So in the 70s it was there, but when I saw it, when I grew up, it was more modern, kind of like Toys R Us was. I'm gonna see if I can find a better looking one that I remember. See if they have a logo of it. Yeah, like this. This is how I remember it. Let's see if I can pull this up.
We had a big Toys R Us.
That's how I remember it. Kitty City Toys. It was like that. But yeah, they had so many different toy stores. And then when KB Toys went out of business, they did the Toy Works. And man, I remember going in there. You want to talk about toys? I remember you could go in there and get video games, Nintendo games for like $9.99. I remember Wrath of the Black Manta. I remember getting Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I remember you could get Kid Icarus, a lot of the Black Lib for $10, Brandy. And then when we were, you're a toy collector, so when we were into Ninja Turtles, you could go in there and they were the cheapest to buy, like Batman figures and the Ninja Turtles, $3.49 per action figure.
Yeah, I remember them being
$3.49.
even cheaper. I got a Crash Bandicoot toy. Those go for like over $100+ nowadays. And I beat that toy up. His leg fell off. I glued the leg back on. I made it like go underwater because it was like the underwater scene one where he had like the scuba gear and like I had to glue parts back together.
Mhm.
And he would battle the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I remember like throwing him off the roof. It was like craziest thing. And now I'm like, I wish I was nicer to all those toys. And I wish I would have bought all of them. Because it's crazy. Oh, and Circuit City. I remember going to Circuit City.
Circuit City, I remember. And there was another store called Best. Do you remember that? That might be before your time, too. I'm sure CC Games, Kevin probably remembers the store Best.
I don't know that.
Daryl might remember the store Best. I know some of these other guys like David B, he might remember him. Best was like it was kind of like a Kmart. It had like electronics in it. It had home goods and things like that. Do you remember, did you have a Clover in your area? We had a Clover in Eastern PA. Clover was
like
another
a Clover one. Milk.
No, this was a Clover. This was like a Bonton. What we call Bonton today, or Boscov's.
Oh, I don't know what Bonton is.
You don't know what Bonton? Okay, so that was the same thing as a Boscov's back. So
yeah, we have Boscov's.
Okay, so Boscov's was the same thing as a Clover back then. So in our Clover, when our parents were shopping for clothes for us and stuff, they had toys like Walmart, same type of setup. But then they had the electronics department, Brandy, in the dead center. And it was enclosed by those glass cases that you could look into to see like the games and whatnot. And then those really cool Nintendo Sega shelves that you have that slide open. And then they had the CRTs up on top, and then the controllers were down low. And I remember like all the kids were there, and we would all play. We'd play each other like whatever game that they had running. If it was Punch Out, Double Dragon. Nobody working there would throw us out. They were like, parents are here spending money. Kids are sitting there. We never destroyed anything. We never fought.
Yeah, we were respectful and we waited our turn. And I would watch other kids. I would be amazed, like just looking up at the TV like, wow, I want to play that game. Like I just remember going to all those places. You get that hands-on experience. You know, you don't even get that nowadays with kiosks and displays.
No.
And that's gone. That stuff's gone.
These kids won't remember that was our internet playing where we played people. We'd go there, and then like what happened was my parents would go the same day every week. So I would be like, I'd tell the kids like, hey, my parents are coming back next Saturday. We'll be back here same time. They're like, oh yeah, mine will be too. And then we end up making friends at the store, and you sit there playing them on whatever game, and we'd be like to the store clerk, what game are you guys going to have next week when we come? And they say, well, we don't know yet, but it's probably a toss-up between one of these games because they're brand new. We're like, I remember Rad Racer was huge when it first came out. DuckTales, I remember when that came out, we played it on the kiosk staring up, and we all worked together on it. Double Dragon. Like, that was our online gaming experience. And I wonder if people in the chat room, if you guys have similar experiences, you know, with some of this. But Brandy, we joke about me being old, but like I was telling my kids, and they were like, man, that sounds cool. Like, how come we can't do that now? You know? Yeah,
well, look, CC Games just said that's because the parents would leave the kids there for hours nowadays. People would probably use it as like their babysitter. They'd be like, all right, I'll be back at 5. And they just probably leave.
That's true. We were there probably maybe an hour.
Yeah, like, but our parents were always there. They were right there. They never like left us and then came back. It was. But yeah, I could see how that could be a thing nowadays. Like, people would, not appreciate it the same way.
Oh, Destination Switch. I remember James Way. He said we had a Caldor, and I remember Caldor and James Way. Wow. James
Hell, I don't
Way.
remember any of that.
You don't remember James Way?
Yeah, or Caldor.
Oh, I got to pull
We're
that
from,
up
like
then.
the same area, so I don't even know. What's he talking about?
I got to pull it up. Caldor.
I only went to one mall as a kid. It
All
was a
right.
treat to go to the other mall.
Let me pull this up. So there's your Caldor. He probably remembers it this way because Destination Switch. He ain't much younger than me, so he's probably remembering like that.
Abandoned. That looks pretty.
Oh, we're talking.
Ragged.
I would say they probably went out of business around the same time as like Kitty City and all these other ones, about mid '90s. Whoops, I spelled that wrong. But here, you don't remember? Do you remember seeing these logos like this?
No, I remember
James
Ames.
Way. James Way was like they had groceries and stuff there too.
I
But
don't
you could
remember
get.
that.
I remember you could get some video games there. What would you? For those that remember what James Way is, what would you equate it to today? I kind of want to say Big Lots for James Way. I remember service merchandise too. Yes, my parents got us so much cool stuff there at service merchandise, and I used to love it. It used to come down on the conveyor belt. Brandy, it looked like, you know how like your luggage comes in an airport? So like
Yeah.
you would say you want like this stereo, right? And then you go to the counter and pay for it, and it comes down this conveyor belt, and the attendant, after you got the money, she'd walk over and wait for it to come down. They'd grab it and bring it over. Dude, it was like the coolest. It was the coolest
That's crazy.
thing. So service merchandise, I do remember. Destination Switch agrees with me. James Way was like a lot like Big Lots.
Okay.
It was cheaper stuff, but it was. I mean, it wasn't a bad store. Like I loved James Way. I loved when we used to go there all the time. I want to say that was probably around late 60s, early 70s. Does that sound about right, guys?
Oh my god.
That's
so
when
long ago.
That's when it came in. It might have even been the early 50s. I want to say James Way might have came in.
Yeah, long before my time.
Back when Sears Roebuck. You remember Sears at all?
Yeah, Sears. I remember you could actually order houses from the Sears catalog.
Yes.
My grandparents used to talk about that, and we would drive down this particular area that everyone knows of, so I'm not going to say it on the air. But people, they were pointing out, and they were like, that house was from a Sears, that house was from a Sears, that house. Because they're like, they would order all the materials and stuff, and they would like deliver it. Isn't that the craziest thing?
Yep.
A whole house.
It's weird. 2 consoles too late. He says, we had a Caldor. My grandmother used to buy me a Hot Wheels car after church every Sunday.
Okay.
Caldor was, I think, Caldor, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 consoles too late. I want to say that went out of business probably late 80s, early 90s. I think I was really young. I want to say I was around 10.
I don't know it then. Because I would have been too young.
You would have just been born. Seriously, like I think I was around 10 years old when that. And if I'm 10 years older than you, right? I'm 10 years older than you.
And we went to 10 years? You're just 10 years older than me?
No, you're 30. What are you, 33? Okay, so I'm 13 years older than you. Yeah, you wouldn't have been born.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were 36. My bad. I'm thinking of your better half, so not my
I'm
bad.
giving you a hard time. I was trying to make it seem like you were much older.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think back. Radio Shack.
You're trying to do the math. I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, I'm like sitting here trying to see like if you were around when this stuff. So you remember Radio Shack though, but you don't remember Radio Shack the way we remember. We remember Radio Shack. You used to be able to go into Radio Shack, believe it or not, and buy video games, Nintendo games, Sega games. Mm-hmm. You used to be able to buy the coolest radio control cars. Like they had.
That's what I bought from Radio Shack.
But then, as Radio Shack went on, it was mainly like karaoke machines, and like I went there when they had them locally for wires for my studio, because before Amazon, that was the best place that I could get wires quickly. like I need these cables for audio or this and that. Yeah, these guys crack me up. But we used to always get those big catalogs for Kitty City. We'd get them for Circuit City. We'd get them for Christmas time. They're talking about it in the chat room. But it was the coolest experience. As we're talking about these memories, it was the coolest experience, I think, going to the store. And again, it's not just the physical media. How are you going to do that today?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it is. It's not literally just physical media. Everyone's like, get over it. It's old, this and that.
Yeah.
It's the memories. It's the experience. It's not even just the memories either, like just holding on to the past. It's literally the entire experience. Getting out of your house, experiencing outdoors and life, seeing the different places.
Going out and touching grass.
Literally going out and finding fun things, getting to experience and see different things. Not just on your phone, not just scrolling, not just purchasing something. It's so different for holidays nowadays than it was back then. Kids nowadays are so happy to literally get a piece of paper that has a code on it. But like, I remember getting a game, smelling the box when you rip the plastic.
Yep.
Like, did anyone else do that with DVDs and stuff? That plasticky smell.
Well, that's what I
Something
said.
about
When you
it.
went in the Suncoast video, it smelled like that plastic, that new media smell. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know what do you call it?
It's like a very, I mean, now it's nostalgic, but it's a very distinct thing. And literally, you would open up the stuff. First, you would look at the cover art, and you would be like, is this a game I'm going to like? And you know, they always exaggerated on like the front cover, but you'd look at the back, and you look at the screenshots, and you'd be like, wow, I remember watching someone play that on the kiosk, or I got to play that on the kiosk. And then you'd open up that game. It would come with little extras like maps. It would come with advertising, different like posters. And then it would come with an instruction manual that you'd read front cover to back cover. And then, yeah, exactly. Chemicals, like that smell, something about it. And then you'd put the game in. You wouldn't even have to wait for all these things to download and do this and do that. And you just start playing immediately.
That's why
That's it.
I really made the decision moving forward to specifically hone in and collect 4 cartridge-based systems. Yeah. That means Switch and Switch 2. That means I will buy games for PS5. I will buy them, but only the games that I really want to play. Not so much to collect them, but to play them. And the games that I want to collect for that are retro, I want cartridge-based. Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Genesis, Master System, Game Boy, Game Gear. Anything cartridge-based, and even disc-based up into I would say, the PS3 era.
Yeah.
Anything like Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, anything that you didn't need to download a patch for, I would say is what I'm really honing in my collecting. I wasn't sure how I should do it because I have so many different things, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to hone it in, and I'm doing cartridge-based stuff first and foremost, and then disc-based stuff as it it comes around that doesn't take downloads. You brought up FYE. Before FYE, it was called The Wall. Do you remember that? Like, that's where you bought your music. And what they would do is they'd put a little sticker on the bottom that had a lifetime warranty. So if you scratch that disc, you take it back to The Wall, they give you a brand new disc. So what people started doing to abuse them, if they bought a disc somewhere else, they'd take the case off and they put the disc in and take it back to The Wall because they knew The Wall would exchange it. So, and that was when it was just records and CDs at The Wall. And
we had a place that was kind of, it sounds like similar to that. Like,
well, then it went to FYE.
Okay.
Well, wait a second. Sam Goody bought it. Do you remember Sam Goody?
Yeah, I remember Sam Goody.
Sam Goody was a store on its own. They bought The Wall, turned it into FYE, and then FYE was kind of video games, kind of music.
Yeah, then it became more pop culture.
Now it's more we still have it FYE. It's pop culture. Yeah. Like, you can go in there and buy T-shirts now. You can go in and buy anime.
Some places they're huge. They're huge.
They're very huge. Yeah.
You like walk in. There's a place that's reminding me of what you were saying with that like silver place. It was called Record and Tape Traders.
Yes.
There were a few of those.
And what happened is they lost so much money because, I mean, listen, back in the day, we didn't have MP3 players. You weren't carrying your music in your car with your phones. You had CDs. That's how you played them. Everybody had CDs in their car and tapes.
Remember when they would skip?
Oh my goodness. And then I remember getting an MP3 CD player in my car, and I thought I was the coolest kid in the town because nobody had that. I could put 900 songs on one CD. It would just throw that in the, And even then, I bring that up, Brandy, because even then the argument came up. I want the original disc. I want the original CD from the artist. I don't want to put 900 songs that are compressed onto a MP3 player. That's what they used to say.
Yeah, I remember buying like the big iPod. It was like several $100s.
The brick, the big white brick.
Mine, I got it was like black or gray or something, but it was like real big. It was like wide. It was bigger. It held the most. And I saved up for that, and I worked so hard for that, and I put like so many songs on there. And I remember going on like little trips and stuff and listening to it, and I thought I was so cool because I was like, I don't have to carry around all them CDs. I downloaded all my CDs onto my computer, and I put them all on that iPod, and I thought I was like so cool because nothing was skipping, and it was just so crazy. And now you look at it, and it's like, on your phone, you can literally put so much. You can have access to anything. And back then, like a couple hundred songs was crazy.
So, do you want to hear something kind of funny, guys? I am a big proponent of physical video games, but when it comes to movies and it comes to music, I'm all digital, baby. That's all I want. No, seriously, I have CDs and stuff, but I've stopped. I have Apple Music. I pay for that. Mm-hmm. And it's just easier. Like, I don't have to have all this clutter all over my living room with movies. So I just buy it through Apple Movies or, because I'm a pretty much Apple household here, or Amazon. I'll do Amazon. And I don't know. It's just easier. I don't have to worry about my kids scratching up Blu-rays and DVDs. And no, don't get me wrong. I bought the Mario Galaxy movie Blu-ray with the DVD, the special edition that came in the Yoshi tin. I still buy certain movies, if you will, Blu-rays. I've got video game documentaries on it. I'm very meticulous about what I buy, but for the most part, like a movie comes out, we're like, oh, that looked really cool. Like Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man that just came out. When that comes out, I'm buying it digital, and that's how I'm going to watch it. I have every other movie. I have the original movies on DVD. With Tobey Maguire when he played Spider-Man. I have the first three, but then all the other ones that came out with Tom Holland and what's his name, they're all digital. I think there has to be a line, Brandy, that as a collector, you like. I would rather have more room for physical games, than physical movies. I'm not a movie collector, even VHS. Like, I have them in a box on top of my garage, like.
Yeah, if I had more room, I'd go down the path. But if I see certain things, like in this room, I have like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle VHS tapes. I have like Scooby-Doo. I have Barney. I have Flintstones. I have dinosaurs, Pokemon. I have a whole bunch of those. Because I have the Pikachu VHS player or VCR. I have that. And then Mask. Like, I just have like different, things over there. But obviously, if I had more room, then I would probably collect more of that stuff. I still have all my CDs, like Metallica and different things, but they're like kind of under the bed, and they've just been chilling there for many years because like I don't know where to put them. I ran out of room.
What it is, it's Neo Nest. What's going on, man? No, and it's not like I don't like physical. So don't get me wrong. If I had the room, back when I was in college, my wife will tell you, I had over 3,000 DVDs when I was in college. That's not counting the ones that we borrowed from the internet and made copies that other people could watch and stuff when we were at college. But I had a ton of them. Well, when I got married and we lived in an apartment, I'm like, what am I going to do with all this? I have no room. So we ended up selling, like, back when we first got married. Hollywood Video was still around, but they were basically paying like $1 a DVD, and I sold my DVDs to Hollywood. I remember we sold it one time. I think I sold 1,000 of them to them because that's all they would take. I was trying to get rid of a lot more, and we ended up getting $1,000 from them.
Wow.
But it was $1 a piece, and I think I had about 100 DVDs left and Blu-rays and such. Because like we were young, we didn't have a lot of money. It was like, where was I going to put it? Like, that was my. It's like everything else. Like all my games, I sold a lot of them when I went to college because I had to buy books. I needed the money to buy books and pay for tuition and all that other stuff. So now I'm buying it all back again at double the price sometimes.
That's the cycle in a lot of this. If we all knew, then the stuff wouldn't have value. Yada
But
yada.
to be fair, if I had the room right now, I would 100% collect physical movies and physical music.
Yeah.
But if I have to make a choice, I want physical games. I don't do like music. I listen to when I'm in the car, or I put it on my Google speaker in here. And, when we're in the game room and such. Outside of that, it's not like I was when I was a kid when I was walking around with ear pods in my ear or earbuds. While we're at the mall walking. So I don't know. But I do know is I had some pickups this week, and I think you had a pickup. So I think we should get to the pickups. What do you think?
Yes. Let's see what we picked up.
Let's see what we broke.
We are out here at CorgsCon 2026. What are you doing?
I was just admiring my new house. You told me I had to live here now.
We're doing a podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm coming.
You have to tell everyone about this. What is this? We just set everything up.
Wait, are we doing an interview for the podcast, or is this the podcast itself?
No, guys, this is what I'm working with all weekend. This guy over here. We set up everything, and he's so amazed by it.
I am amazed by it. Look at the colors. I mean, it just looks... So we've been hyping this for weeks, months. Well, months. It's taken a long time, but we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. I'm super ecstatic with how it came out. All the way down to our sign. Thank you to Angel Otero and his grandson Seth for making this for us. They spent all night making this for us. I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great addition to what we're doing here.
I think it's so crazy. I did not expect this. I know, I'm a very visual person, and you were telling me some things. We were working out ideas, and I was like, I just don't know. But seeing it in person, it's taller than me. It is crazy. This is massive.
Well, wait. Let me stop you there. The ATM machine over there is taller than you.
What?
So it doesn't take much.
Just for reference, I'm technically taller than the ATM here, just so you guys know.
You got to get off the box first.
Hey, don't tell them.
But to your point, we wanted something that really represented us, but also to represent and make a very nice TV show production, which we hope we get to put on later today.
Yes, and if you guys were here, you guys got to see it all together. And if you guys are watching and listening and stuff right now, you'll get to see and hear about it. So just let us know what you guys think about this.
Yeah, and let her know that she talks too much.
What? So TechBuzz doesn't know about this. He always acts like I'm so short. Now I actually found an arcade that is shorter than me. So now he can't give me any more grief about my height because technically I am taller than an arcade machine. I get it's not that tall, but what are you looking for? What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
What? We're live.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
But we have to find our website.
What are you? Where's our website at?
We never talk about our website on the show, and they need to know where they find us so they can subscribe to the podcast. Brandy, come on! So I'm trying to find it.
Well, where is it? Where can you find it?
TheGameMasters.tv is where you could find it.
Okay.
And where can they find all the podcasts?
They can find everything and listen to it online. If you guys want to listen on Spotify or Apple, you could just check that out as well. We're all across the board.
And it makes it easy because I don't have to pull it out from under here. You can get it on your own computer. So make sure you download it today and support the Game Masters so we know you love when I make fun of this one over here.
Yeah, this old man.
Hey.
All right, so let's take a look at this. So first off, Brandy, I ended up I do Video Games Monthly. I don't know if you all know what Video Games Monthly is. I know some of you guys are like, I don't like Video Games Monthly, but I do. I pay for it. They don't pay me for any of this. I do know the guy that runs it, but basically I'm trying to get a full set since the Sega Master System isn't a lot of games. I'm trying to go for that, and I'm trying to get more and more Super Nintendo games. So those are the only 2 games that I get from them. And Brandy, so the first one that I got in the box today is Scooby-Doo Mysteries for the Super Nintendo. So I've got that here, and as you can see, you walk around as Scooby and Shaggy, and you get to walk through, and your life meter actually goes backwards. So the more he gets scared, the life meter goes backwards, but that's okay. You can go to like Daphne, and she'll give you a Scooby snack, which will bring your scare meter back down. Okay. So that was one that I picked up that I got through it. The next one that I got, I'm sure you have all these because you probably Street Combat. Did you ever play that game?
Yeah, I have all that. Yeah.
Okay, Street Combat. For those that don't know, Street Combat. I actually went through for you guys to show you some of the clips. This is like a real janky version of like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's pretty off.
It is, but I mean, I can understand if like.
But like, if this is what you had back then,
yeah.
I mean, this would probably be fun. And then same with Scooby-Doo. I definitely played that, so I'm a little bit more nostalgic for that.
All right, let's see about this one. If you're more nostalgic for Stunt Race FX, like I almost thought this was a game. You tell me because you know more about Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. It almost looks like they created this game with the Nintendo 64 in mind, because like the way the polygons and everything are on this game, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Nintendo, like, you can see it's missing like part of the car there when it goes up on the side. It's kind of very reminiscent of
Nintendo
Nintendo
definitely
64.
does look like that. Yeah.
But this is a single player racing Indy 500 type car that you go around and you're running racetracks. You're timed. You pick up little power ups. That what they'll do is they'll increase the time. It's kind of like, can I say modern day pole position, Brandy? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah.
Modern day pole position?
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
Another game, I don't know how I feel about it, but I know it's got some value to it, and that is the Super Aquatic games. As you can see here, I had no idea what I'm doing. I'm just bouncing around with this guy, and apparently this is the Aquanauts. What was the oh shoot, James Pond and the Aquanauts? Is that what it's called? That was a game on the Super Nintendo.
Pond.
James Pond. He was like that little worm type.
And a James Pond Jr. I think.
Well, he stars in this game, and I think it says "and the Aquanauts." So, but anyways, I got that game. Okay, then I got a Master System game. The Master System game I got, and I know one of the guys in the chat room are very familiar with this game. He has part 2. There is a part 2. It's Zillion, and I know you can't really see much from the game here, but this is kind of like, this reminds me a little bit, kind of like Elevator Action, kind of. There's like different passcodes that you have to do when you disarm certain areas, but it kind of reminds me a little bit like Elevator Action because you're in the elevators. Maybe that's the only reason why. But you go through and you got to disarm all these. I don't even know what you call them, like satellites here. And then there's a computer over there that you get a code from. See, it's giving you codes as you destroy them. You got to remember what the codes are, and then go over to that little computer there. And after you get all the codes, to unlock that little lightning bolt at the top, you put your code in, and hopefully you get your code in there right, and you remember it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're going to go back and check again before you read the computer, and then it should unlock it. Or in my case, I got it wrong, so I had to figure out,
Is it worth $1 zillion?
Is it worth $1 zillion? No, it's not worth $1 zillion. That it is not. So my pickup this week, technically I have another game that's a pickup, but I'm not going to show it until we talk about what we're playing because I'm technically playing it at the same time. So I figure I'll break it up a little bit and show that. But you also had a pickup this week.
Yeah, I would have brought it up here, but I don't know where to put it, guys. But it's not going in the bathtub, so
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
let me pull this up here because you guys got to see. I've never seen one of these. Maybe you guys have seen it. When she told me about it, tell us about what is this?
So it looks like junk. So I know someone that does like junk removal, and this came out of a Best Buy. So this was an end cap unit at Best Buy in the PlayStation 5 section. Okay, here we go for some physical that was getting ready to be destroyed. Um, Now obviously it's a little bit shifted, but in there you have the PlayStation Portal and you have like a stand. It's kind of all shifted, but you know when you move it all over, it kind of gets you can display it. It has the controller in there. It says in there that it's like for display only. They're not like actual working ones. And it tells you about the PlayStation Portal. It's like a display for the PlayStation 5 items there. And then what I believe, I didn't see it. I
So it
think
is.
like a dummy console would go on the end or something like that would go there and it would be bracketed up at Best Buy.
So it is like a form of a kiosk, is it not?
I mean, I guess so, but it's not like it's not like interactive like you would think.
Right.
Of
No.
like a kiosk.
See, when I see something like this, you ever go to like Target and they got the Legos, the brand new sets, and they got them in those little glass containers, and you press. That's what this reminds me of, something like that.
Yeah, they're just like those displays. And the crazy thing is, he said that they're actually trashing this,
Ugh.
and like, which is crazy. And they're putting like a cardboard display that literally is going to have all the cards on there, like the download codes and the different bucks and stuff that you can buy. Like, it's it's not even it's like they're not even replacing anything with something physical. It's just something advertising digital crap.
And I still
So
don't
that's
like.
sad.
Okay, so let me understand this. Stores and Sony want to get rid of physical.
Yeah.
Do I understand that right so far? Okay. But the stores still want to have something physical to sell you, even if it's digital.
Yeah. Ding ding ding. Make it make sense.
It's, I don't even know what to say to that. Because, listen, if I'm a digital guy, which I'm not, but let's say I am, the last thing I'm going to do is go to a store to buy a piece of cardboard to put a code in my game when I can sit from the comfort of my living room or my game room or my bedroom or wherever I can get internet, buy the game. Why would I want that piece? Why would I want that piece of cardboard? I guess I kind of look at it the same way like people are wanting the cases with the digital code in it. Like I don't want that. What's the point of that?
I don't quite understand it.
I don't want to take up room on my shelf with a bunch of empty cases that had digital codes in it. That makes no sense to me. Somebody in the chat room make it make sense.
I just figured I'd go ahead and pick that up because it was a really great deal. I knew the person and it wasn't too far. And I figure this could be one of the last physical type of display items other than like cardboard stuff. So
no, like, I think that was a good pickup. 100%.
I don't know where it's going yet. It's currently in the garage. It's not in the bathtub. It can't fit in the bathtub. I don't really know where it's gonna go, to be honest, at all.
You're gonna need a new room to put it in. Maybe the room that you just fixed up back where the laundry is.
I mean, maybe, but those Starlight kiosks are in there. The GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U.
Well, then you better start getting rid of some stuff.
I don't know what to do, guys.
I think it's time to. I gotta ask. What did Stephanie say when you brought that home?
She's like, "Where are you gonna put this?" And she's like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's so cool." Da, 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 da.
And then the next question was, "How much did you pay for it?"
Yeah, that wasn't a concern because it was cheap. It was $100.
Right.
I mean, that's not cheap, but for me, that was cheap for that type of item because those typically go for hundreds, and then eventually they go for more money.
I seen a cartoon TikTok where a guy comes and it was pertaining to like hunting gear,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells his wife, he's like, "Oh, I only paid $100 for that camo," and like the jacket was $300, the pants for like $600, and then like the boots for like $300, and then he comes home with a brand new rifle and a brand new bow. And she's like, "Well, how much was that?" And he's like, "Oh, that was only $100 for both." He paid $1,000 for the bow. He paid $600 for the rifle. Well, then he gets into a car accident and he dies. So his ghost is like following her. She takes all this stuff to the pawn shop. And the guy goes, "How much do you want for all this?" She goes, "Well, my husband said he only paid $100 for all this. So what would you give me?" He says, "I'll give you $50." As in and over his head, you see a cloud with like value, like $10,000, and the guy's got dollars.
No.
So be careful, guys, what you tell your spouse how much you paid, because if you die and you tell her, "Oh, I only paid $50 for that game," and it's a $500 game, man.
Yeah, then tell me, because I'll go to that yard sale.
For real, man. Like that's.
I used to always say it was $5, but this is something I could definitely not say it was $5, because like people would know it's definitely more than $5. But no, you saw the price on.
No. I know
picture.
I know you didn't pay more, but still, that was a good deal even for that. I would have bought it.
Because I mean, like realistic, like it's metal, it's like acrylic, it's like a heavy duty,
And it's rare. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
No, not anybody can go out and get that.
Yeah, because you have to literally have like a contract or something if you're demoing at stores or you're clearing things out or whatever it is. And most of the time now they'll junk stuff like that. Like I see scrappers, they go and they'll post things and be like, "Oh, I had that, but I scrapped it," or "We took that right to the dump." Like people who work at the dump who collect video games and stuff, they'll post pictures and be like, "Look what came in today. We can't take it."
I'm sure we'll
sad.
see them at conventions, Brandy, that people be selling them for $500, $600, $700, maybe even $1,000 for them. Give it some time.
I just figured it was cool, and then if I do like build up a little bit more of some of the newer stuff before things completely go digital, like I just thought it'd be a cool little item piece.
No, I thought it was really cool. The cool thing is I've never seen it in our stores. We don't have anything like that. We live in the middle of nowhere, and they don't put cool stuff in our stores. It's a shame. All right, let's make a transition now to what we're playing this week, and show you guys, well, what we're playing.
I think I need this game. I think I need this game. Oh, DuckTales 2. I think I'm going to take this game.
Wait, what?
And then I think
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What are you taking my games for?
Your games? Someone left the door open. This is all free.
Oh yeah, I left the door because you said you had to come down and get some stuff.
Yeah, but you have all this cool stuff. I want to take it.
Oh.
I need some of these for my collection so I can have duplicates.
Stephanie!
Look, DuckTales 2. So we are back at the Game Masters, having a great old time. Tired of waiting on my old co-host over there who just takes his time with everything, So I have to be over here.
Excuse me. What are you doing here?
I was tired of waiting on you.
What do you mean you're tired of waiting on me? I'm over there eating. I'm tired.
Exactly. He's tired. He's
I
old.
am tired.
He's tired and old. Always waiting on you. I was talking to the people and telling them a little bit about the Game Masters, our setup here.
Tell me about our setup here.
This setup is taller than me. Let
Fact.
me tell you.
First time you're telling the truth all weekend.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, I'm just saying, it's convention season. You guys can make sure to follow us because we're going to be streaming live on her channel, my channel,
Yes.
and pretty much anywhere video can be found.
Exactly.
So
you get to see the Game Masters everywhere and in person now with our awesome setup here.
But even better, you get to watch her get beat live from the audience. So make sure you guys
There
tune
we
in
go.
as we bring you live coverage of all the conventions that we're at this year.
You know what? Maybe they should start playing you because I want to see if
I'm
you're
going back
any
to
better.
eating. Goodbye.
There he goes. That's what we're dealing with, folks. So thank you for watching.
All right, what are we playing? So I have to honestly say, I haven't played this yet, so I got the trailer. But this is on my to-do list, Brandy, to play this weekend because I just got it yesterday. And I was never a big fan of the original Splatoon games, but this one has a storyline to it. This is Splatoon Raiders. So I just grabbed the Nintendo trailer, so hopefully they don't ding me for this, but my son was playing it. We got it for him for his birthday. His birthday was on the 2nd, and he said it's really good. So if you're into storylines, which I am, the other one was kind of more like a team paintball type game where you go through and you play against other teams, and you got to cover it with the most paint, and the team color that has the most paint wins. I kind of like this as more like a storyline where your paintball guns are like your guns, your weapons, and you're going through. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to check this out this weekend for game night. But
yeah, I'm curious on it because I definitely played the first one. The second one, I might have briefly played it, but I definitely played the most on the first game, and I liked it. I thought it was, it was like kind of like, I guess, kid-like in a way.
It is. I have the other ones. I think there's.
But I had
3.
a lot of fun with it. Same with like Plants vs Zombies. That was kind of like a kid-like, kind of like Mass Effect-y type of something, because they did like a crossover with that. But like, I had fun with some of those games. They were just like, you don't have to think a lot. You're just kind of playing and having a good time. So I'm curious how that one is.
This is only a single player. And there's like a map on the inside. It's like it's double printed
cover. Nice.
Okay. That's pretty much the only thing that came with it besides the game. But I always check it out like on the Switch 2 titles if what's printed on the back. But this is a single player. I'll let you guys know next week what I think of it, and I'm looking forward to the storyline with it. But
yeah, I'm curious how that is, because that might be one I eventually get. Once it goes down a little bit on price.
Yeah, Daryl's saying in the chat room that he's been enjoying the story. So,
do you know how long it is?
I personally don't. Daryl might know how long it is.
Yeah, is it short? Is it like long? Like, I am kind of curious on that.
I think it's a $60 game, so I would say it's probably less than 40 hours, I would think, since it's a $60 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, David B's asking about the story length. I don't know. Probably have to Google it to find out if somebody's bound to have beaten it already, but all right.
I'm sure they probably like live streamed it and
yeah, no, 100%. They probably have YouTube video after YouTube video on it.
Yeah.
All right, so you're showing a Super Nintendo game. What are we looking at here?
Yes. So I have been playing my Super Nintendo. I went through and I got a heavier hitter, Final Fight 3. So I had the first 2 games, obviously, and I didn't realize how much like some of them had like went up. But obviously, like the first game, cheaper. It's still fun. Second game, definitely different, a little bit better. And this one, I'm actually really enjoying this. Now, would I say it's worth the price tag? Probably not. $100 and some dollars. Like, I think.
What does it go for?
Well, price charting had it. Like,
not what you paid. What does it go for?
Yeah, I think they had it closer to almost 200. Like,
wow.
Over 160 or something. But I did not pay that at all. I paid closer to 100 for it. But still, that is a lot for one physical game. But I think this one's worth it. Like, I just like how it feels. It's easy to pick up. You get to go through it. If you had people to play with, you could, play with someone else, but they also have like that computer option too to play that.
Yeah.
But loose, not complete in anything. I just got it loose. But I am shocked to see like that price tag. And for some reason, like the Final Fight games, a lot of them that I've seen over the years, I cannot find like clean labels, like with no damage Yeah, I don't have Final Fight Guy yet. That's another one that's up there that's insane. And I'm struggling to find that really clean too. Like, I don't know with the Final Fight games if they're just very like tattered or I'm just not seeing them in my area because a lot of the conventions I go to, sometimes it's like the same vendors. So maybe that one game I'm seeing is just a little bit beat up. But I've been going through because I really want to hone in on the Super Nintendo. I'm around 110 or so game. Like I'm very close to the 100 mark of what I need left for the full set. I don't know. I might be able to do that within. I don't want to say this year because there's no way I can do that. But like in a couple years, like I would think like by this convention season, next convention season, I'm hoping to like really be narrowing it down, and then maybe I'll just have like Aero Fighters, the really expensive. I'll have to spend whatever on that. But then really the rest are just in the couple $100 range.
And
like
they're just hard to find.
I have Hagane, I have Earthbound in the big box. Like I have a lot of heavier titles. Yeah, I definitely have to give him my list. But
let me ask
they
you.
have to be clean.
Let me ask you because I don't have the TurboGrafx 16 CD system.
Yeah.
And somebody gave me a complete in box Dungeon Explorer 2. When I did the update today, and I just happened to see it today on CLZ Games, it's telling me that this game, complete in box, is worth $799. Is it really worth that much money?
Jeez.
I got it at a yard. I got it at a yard sale when I went to get. They said nobody around here has TurboGrafx 16 CD. I picked up a couple PS4 games, and they were like, well, "If you want it, just take it." So I didn't think nothing of it because I don't have a TurboGrafx 16 CD, and I said, "Well, I collect for it." But I just seen in here it says Dungeon Explorer 2. Somebody help me out if you're in the chat room here, Daryl or CC Games if you're around. Is that really what it's worth, or is that a mess up here in CLZ Games? I know it gets the money information from
yeah, sometimes things are skewed, but that is
But I'm thinking like if that's what it's worth, then I'm going to take it and trade it at one of the conventions and get something that because I don't have a way to play it. I don't have the system for it. And I'm just it just started to pop out. But I did want to tell some folks too before we get to the community responses, because somebody in the community talked about Guitar Hero in their video, and I'm not going to say who it is and what they're talking about. But if you are a Guitar Hero or you've been hesitant, remember we talked about prices going up. Guitar Hero for PS2 with the boxed version was about $40. Now I remember getting this during COVID, complete in box. It was $20, Brandy, at Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
It is now going for anywhere from $85 to $100, depending for the box and the game for PS2. Everything is almost double the price of some of these games.
I'm just like shocked on some of this stuff. Like every time I see these prices, I'm like, that is so crazy to me that like people are willing to pay these prices. Like
the prices are through the roof. Like an Xbox Series X 1 terabyte console, the one I have, going now for $435.49. It's Mario 64, $137.21. It's like double the price of what we originally paid for these.
Like it's so wild to me. Like I'm so glad that I started like in a time where things were way cheaper.
These aren't even rare games, Brandy.
I know they're like common stuff, but they're like the popular titles, and people just apparently can't find them, or they don't know how to like look for them. So then they're going to pay all this overpriced nonsense, and that's going to keep the values up.
Remember that babysitting mama I told you I found at the pawn shop? What did that go? What did I tell you? Paid like $4 or $5 for that thing.
Yeah.
It came with the little cardboard crib, and it had the doll and everything like that. The value on it just went up $20.92 from $4, $5 that I paid.
You don't see them like complete like that either. So that's where the value is, because usually they'll be like, pulled apart, stuff like that.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is not we don't collect because of value. I know I get that some of the stuff I've been thinking about relocating, trading for something that I can, like I said, that one game. I have one game for a TurboGrafx CD. If it's worth that much, I'm going to trade it for a heavy hitter Nintendo that I need.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the way to go, honestly, because
I don't see myself getting Turbo CD anytime soon, and those games
and
are
if it's not
through
really
the roof.
something that you really want to play either. Like, you'd rather play your Nintendo games versus that.
I can play the CD games. I have them all on that EverDrive for the Turbo Express. I can play them all, so I'm not right now. I'm not nostalgic for it, so I'm not collecting for it.
Yeah, so I definitely understand that.
But I just look around. I'm looking at some of these prices of some of these games that they're rare. They're not rare. They're not rare games, and they're almost double the price of what they were.
Yeah, they're just expensive.
Last month. So is that a fad, do you think? Or is that just something like a spike in the... It's kind of like when the stock market goes up for a little bit and then it comes crashing down. Do you think it's going to hang there for a while, or do you think this is just that sudden boom with the FOMO of everybody going out because of the announcement?
I don't know. Things have been like holding up. They teetered down a little bit, but they never have went back down to the way things were. So I still think things are going to be up. Maybe not completely up, but I guess you never know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, Retro Show in
more.
Chat room said, yeah, it's worth that much, but who will buy it? No, he's right. No, he's 100%. It's only worth as much. I've said this before. It's only worth as much as somebody's going to pay for it. But a lot of these guys who have games, they're willing to trade value for value because chances are the game that they're trading you, they didn't pay that for it. They bought it in a lot. The person didn't know what they had. So they might have paid, $300 for a lot, and they got $3,000 worth of games. So
so even if you got like a Kid Clown for the NES or something around
exactly.
that, or like Mighty Final Fight, like even if you got something like a couple things like that, if you didn't have them already, then and they got them super cheap, or they had them all these years and they're over it and they want something different.
Oh, here we go. Retro Rick! I was wondering when that was going to come up. Oh, Retro Rick, he'll buy it!
I know. Guy. I wonder what convention he's going to be at again.
Why? So you could stalk him?
No, I'll have to get like a little spin-off. I'm just waiting to see my video appear.
I told you it'll come out next year.
I know. The whole game room will look different.
There, they're all saying it in the chat room. Retro Rick.
A whole different house. It'll be like back 84 years ago. Man. We were at Gamer Ahmer's house, and she doesn't even live here. I'll be in the chat. She doesn't even go here.
All right. Let's get to the community videos, because then we're gonna have to wind this down. But we want to get to these community videos. Appreciate you guys sending them in. Let's check them out.
Did you see the door anywhere?
What are you looking for?
Well, there's supposed to be. You said you wanted us to check out the game room, but I don't see a door anywhere.
Not here. Not this game room.
Not this game. Well,
They're supposed to send us their game room clips.
Oh.
We're supposed to check it out online.
Why didn't you tell me that?
I just thought you'd figure it out. You're supposed to use your brain and think a little bit.
Well, I mean, I saw... All right, anyways, so if you guys want to be featured on the Game Masters on a Wednesday night, we love seeing game rooms.
I love game rooms.
I know you do.
I tried to take over your game room.
And she actually stole one of them. We'll get to that another time. But anyways, check it out. Send us in your game room so we can check it out because, well... she'll come by your house and steal stuff from you.
I'll take it over. It could be my game room too. So I want to see what you guys got going on.
So she can steal it from you.
What are your thoughts?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Hey, Game Masters, how are we doing today? This is David B69, and you're asking my fondest memories with physical media. Now, I got to tell you, a lot of them is going to be the same thing everybody else had. My first fondest memory as a child was on the Atari 2600 when we first got the system, which I really, really wanted because my friends had a ColecoVision and a television. Not that anybody in this room and everything would have any idea those consoles. I really wanted an Atari 2600, and we got one at Christmas, and it was wild. And then the following year, I got a Commodore 64. Well, it wasn't the following year. It was the following years after that. Got a Commodore 64 with all the games and all this other stuff. I mean, it just piled on. And year after year on Christmas Day or birthdays, we got more and more and more and more games that came into the house, and it just made those days special, and that's what the physical media did. This all happened and stuff even until, like, with my kids, until like the PS3 era, Xbox 360 era, where pretty much that stuff like froze to a standstill, mainly because of digitized games. More things were digital. Stuff stopped being special. Giving things. We got like family members giving gift cards instead of actual physical games. This is that was the kind of thing that happened, and this is like over a 10-year period. Where this stuff continually happened. 20 years now, I'm sorry. And it's just absolutely insane. And the idea of physical media for current gen is really just kind of an outdated memory. We might have our own memories of collecting and having all these newer games, but we're basically, in my opinion, the very, very small minority there. I still have lots of memories with it. I have lots of memories from like 20 plus years ago, going to get the latest version of Madden or MLB or the NBA games, and going to the mall and basically playing your own little tournaments inside there, waiting for the game to release. That used to be a huge thing back then, and it doesn't exist today. So, that's basically my fondest memories. Peace. I'm out. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, and hey guys, just to share this, this is the latest look-see at my desktop. Yeah, it's a mess. But yeah, now we got two monitors sitting here. And yeah, it's a lot easier to do things and stuff, especially when you go live and other things. You can use the secondary monitors doing things. But anyway, just sharing that real quick. Thought that was pretty cool for myself, but figured I'd share it with all you guys. So until then, bye.
Hello, everybody out there. My name is Angelo, the Magic Man. Two of my most fondest memories of playing video games is Sonic the Hedgehog, which I loved that game ever since it came out. Still do to this day, don't get to play as much. But back in the day, I played it so much, especially when you kept getting sent back to the beginning after losing all your lives and stuff like that. After a while, I would actually see the imaging in my head when I wasn't playing. That's how much I played it. Also, another favorite of mine is Guitar Hero. Being a guitar player myself, you'd think that game was easy. Well, not always. Guitar string, you have second chances with. But when you're trying to go ahead and use a controller to press the buttons with the left hand and then try to go ahead and pick at the same time, those notes don't always ring out properly. It can get quite frustrating. But still love those games regardless. Those are two of my most famous memories. Hope you all have a great day, and thanks for listening.
Hey guys, it's Daryl again. I want to talk about fondness with physical media. As a kid, I had a lot of fondness with enjoying playing games, enjoying spending time with my brother, watching movies, and just enjoying it when we were kids. One of my favorite things I used to watch all the time, and we burnt through that tape, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. I was a huge Turtles fan as a kid. I played all the games, including Turtles in Time, and multiple other games in that genre of beat 'em ups, and I can remember the times we played through that game, enjoyed it a lot, and just having fun. Physical media means something still. Enjoying these games, enjoying these movies that are on disc and on cart are very important nowadays, because if it's not always going to be there. But I can honestly say this. The memories we had of me and my brother playing Turtles in Time and watching Sticker to Do's were times and memories that I'll never forget. Alright guys, this is Daryl signing off. Have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
So what are some of my most fondest memories of physical media? Well, I remember when I was 4 years old, and you know how you have a cousin or a friend and they always have cooler games than you? Well, I didn't know any better, but I was 4 years old and my cousins had Tecmo Super Bowl on the Nintendo. And I remember always having to blow in it in order to get it to work, because you'll stick it in there, and this might happen, and you have to find a trick. So you have to blow in it and then just stick it in there, but don't push it down. Maybe not. Reset. There you go. So this is actually, let's see here. This is actually one of my most fondest memories with physical media.
I am with Mellow Sky on that. Super Tecmo Bowl. We had Tecmo Bowl, but Super Tecmo Bowl was a fan favorite in my household, as well as Thanksgiving Day. We used to always play. My uncles and my friends, we all had Super Tecmo Bowl, and just like he showed you, if you had a good running back on your team, you could pretty much one hand off run it. Or if you had the Cowboys were good that year. The Giants were good that year. The Raiders, you could run back to your own end zone and bomb it, and you'd throw like 100-yard pass for a touchdown. Man, it was the greatest football game on the NES, Brandy. And there was a lot of them, but that was the best one. I know you're not into football, but that game, listen, I think everybody in the chat room,
I used to watch my cousins play. Like, I would watch other people play some of like the sports games.
You would get in there. I was dictating it to Brandy. You get in there, and it goes hut 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 hut, and then he goes and it goes din 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 din. It had such the awesome soundtrack when it would start going.
See, there's your singing, guys.
There you go.
That's the singing. That's what you get.
It was Bo Jackson back when he. Listen, the next big game that we played that we thought was the best, and it wasn't just because I was a Cowboys fan, was the NFL football with Deion Sanders for Sega Genesis. Primetime football. I have that game to this day. I will play. I will whoop on anybody with that game. I love the trash talk in it. Like, you could sit there, Brandy. It was one of the first games where they trash talk. You could sit there. You going down, fool? It'd be like that. You could hit a button. You go, I'm gonna make you eat that ball, and he would you'd sit there just trash talk the whole time, because that was what primetime was known for. And I'll tell you what. That was another great game for it. But, man, see, these guys are all talking some great memories. Hey, guys from Australia.
Yeah. Look at
And listen, even if you didn't get a chance to send in a video this week, and you have a great memory of physical media, please send it in. Send it in next week. We'll play it next week. It's okay if we're on a different subject. Just like we say with your game room tours and stuff like that. We want to see that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It helps people reminisce. It brings up, maybe we've even had similar memories.
Back, like those forgotten memories that, like sometimes when I post like my shorts and it's at the toy show or whatever, and I post something, people are like, oh, wow, that was such a forgotten memory. Thank you for that. And I find that stuff too nowadays. I go somewhere at a convention and I'm like, I had that Power Rangers fitness set. Like, I thought it was just dress up for Halloween. It was a whole fitness set. Like, you just forget about these things. And then when you see it, you remember it. And it all comes back. Like, you never forgot.
I was just going to say, but I'm not going to do that because it's like that song, it's all coming back to me.
I feel like you're opening up here, guys. Does that count?
I did that to be funny, but
does that count?
No, I'm trying to do it in a way where we don't get demonetized, so that it doesn't come in at a certain pitch. But anyways,
I highly doubt.
Is that
your
Celine Dion?
Excellent singing. Yeah, your excellent singing over there is going to do a copyright thing because they're going to.
You'd be surprised. YouTube's algorithm will pick up all kinds of stuff.
They're going to think that you're Celine Dion over there singing stuff.
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I mean. Like, even when you put like WWE stuff in there, like they come crashing down on you. See what I did there? When they come crashing down. All right. Well, I think we kept these nice folks for enough long. No, we're not doing share.
Compares himself to Celine Dion.
All talk, no singing. Listen to this guy. Remember, just a reminder for those that missed it at the beginning of the show, we mentioned some housekeeping that next week we're moving the show to Thursday night because I have an event with my daughter. She's going to be doing music on the football field. Every year they do band night, and so she will be doing that along with a bunch of other schools that are coming in. So I won't make it back in time. That starts at 7 or 7:30, something like that. Well, we'll be there early, so that's why I don't pay attention to it. It's our senior year, so I want to be there for it, and we're going to move it to Thursday night, same time, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time, too.
And I know there's other podcasts on, and that's cool. If you have to go because you want to watch that show, we totally get it. But we're going to be respectful of those shows and try to get you out of here because I like to watch some of those shows I know that are on. So I like to watch Neo Ness over on Right Way's show. So I usually tune in to listen to those guys. So next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
No, we're not doing Karaoke Revolution. So it'll be the same. It'll be the same time. And here we go.
Yeah, you started something.
I know. At first we got pizza. Now we're going to be doing karaoke. I see how it is. That'll be next week. Brandy, what do we got in the works since you've been working? No videos this week?
I'm working on things. Still got to figure it out, but we're working on some things. I'm hoping to get some things organized this weekend. I'm still putting back together this room, had blinds hung up in this room so that the whole neighborhood cannot see my flashing lights and my podcast going live, with the new window. So like working on some things over here, gonna have some fun stuff. Definitely can't wait. And have to figure out what I'm getting into next, where I'm going next, what scores I might stumble into, because you never know. There could be another PlayStation something display or something. You never know. You gotta live life, okay? Live your best life.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when the neighbors they say like, "What are you doing? You having a rape?" My neighbors said that on Saturday nights.
Yeah,
they're like,
partying it up.
My neighbors say on Saturday nights, they're like, "Are you having like some kind of like dance party or rave down in your basement?" Because I didn't even realize it, but they can see them out. Like I have those basement windows, like you've seen them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they go around my house. So when I have all those lights on and they're flashing and whatever from the games and stuff, it flashes. It's so dark outside. They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, no, I have an arcade in my basement. They're like, no, really, what's going on down there? I was like, I have an arcade in my basement. And so I had to bring them over and show them. They're like, holy crap, you have an arcade in your basement. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I said. But because people don't, it's like if Brandy were to tell somebody like I have a whole big game store in my basement, they'd be like, yeah, no, really, why do you have all those lights on? And be like, I have a game store in my basement.
And they'd be like, yeah, what are you doing? No, but my neighbor, he commented last time. He was like, hey, my neighbor's throwing a podcast. And then I glance out the window, like behind this monitor, and I see all these kids and everyone. And I'm like,
So Daryl said we should continue this topic next week. I don't know if there's enough to continue this topic, but you can send in videos if you want. I think there's some other topics.
We could do like a little bit of like a reminiscing.
A recap, yeah.
You know, if someone sends in a topic, because obviously we could talk about memories all day long, like opening up different things for the holidays. Like I always love talking about it, like opening up that Nintendo 64, the Jungle Green Nintendo 64 for Christmas, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Donkey Kong 64, wanting to play those games, and then just literally stemming my love for video games from that stuff right there. Like we could literally talk about all these memories, all these different just holidays and gaming. Like we could always do something like that later on and do like little blurbs. Definitely
somebody has a pizzeria in his basement. Master Games Guru has a pizzeria in his. Maybe he does.
Yeah, maybe we need to
Pretty
go
cool.
over there and get our pizza.
So you got a super chat here before we wrap this up from a $10
nice.
from Larry, the Batman fan. He says, hey, Brandy, when do you want to do a collab video?
Oh, that sounds like fun. Definitely, we'll have to figure out a good topic. Maybe something a little bit different than, ones in the past and stuff like that.
Just send her an email to hidinginmybathtub@gmail.com and she'll be able to get back to you.
No,
ASAP.
that's all my displays. They're hiding in the bathtub.
That's what I said.
Just message me. We'll figure something out. We'll have to get something together. I definitely appreciate it, though.
No, I do. I save boxes and manuals.
Mm-hmm.
We always try anytime we can find them. So
yeah,
I will hopefully. I have a video that I have to do a review on this chair. Make sure if you guys haven't watched my video, go watch my ILPC handheld review. If some of you guys were asking about that and you were like, hey, let me know what you think of it because then I might go buy it. Get it now. It's $99 if you want it before it goes back up to I think 130 or 140. You can pick it up on Amazon. I have links in my video. Shameless plug. But go watch my video. I'm gonna have another video. I have 3 more reviews I got to do. 2 chairs, and I have the guns yet I have to do. And the one chair was sent. It's an office chair, so it's not gonna be a long video, and I'm not gonna do it long. I gave it to the church. They needed a new office chair in there, so I literally didn't even open it until I got it there. I shot the video there, and we're using it there because I have the gaming chair, the same one that you got, and so there's no what am I going to do with it? So I asked them. I said, "Do you guys want a chair? If so, I'll do the review on it." They were like, "Yeah, we could use a new chair in there." So took it there. So all right, that's it. Yes, good. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
Just keep going. Why did he have to stop?
He was like, I'm gonna wait for you to start talking.
Are you done now? Or are you going to start talking again? Okay.
So many choices here. I can just go through my bathtub full of cardboard standees. What am I going to put out next? You're not supposed to be in here. No. There's nothing behind this curtain. There's nothing in my bathtub.
Occupied. I said it's occupied. What are you guys doing? I gotta go. You gotta go. The show's over. Go. I gotta go. Brandy, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming. Hey, look at me. I know tech stuff. I press buttons. Do. I got 3D printers. I think I'm good at games, but I'm just old. Look, you just press the little buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello. Look at this one. That's crazy. It's a joystick. Let me just pretend like I'm good at games over here. And let me check on my 3D prints, because we got to see my 3D prints over there. It's crazy. Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming.
What are you doing?
I'm Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming.
Looks like, is that why my bathroom light was going out? Don't press that. You don't know what that does.
Where's the red button that you're not supposed to
Oh, this is why you can't leave her alone.
press? Check on those 3D prints.